Yeah, hello. Thank you, Katrin. Yes, I'm Professor of Media Management and Economics here at Tallinn University, and it's Baltic Film, Media and Art School, short BFM. My expertise is the media business. I research and I teach the decision-making by media organizations. And I do have slides as well. Yes, here they come. Since we meet here today on the occasion of the birthday of the university, I also have a subtitle, which is Making a Case for the Human, Our Students, and Us, the University. I will introduce you or discuss some of the applications, AI applications that exist and that potentially could exist in the media industry. And my main argument will be that even though AI will introduce new products and also make changes to the workflow of media production and distribution, it will by far make media, will make people obsolete in the process, meaning our students who are entering the workforce in the media industry, our job is to actually, they are needed, and our job is to empower them by trusting their creativity as well as enabling them with or giving them the knowledge of how the media industry operates. So the wider framework, the media industry and technology. Actually, media industry has a symbiotic relationship with technology. Both, or all three things, content, platforms and channels, as well as the devices that we're consuming the media from, they're all the result of technological innovations. We have had tremendous technological changes in the media industry over the past years. First, we had the internet, digitalizations that totally changed how news media works. Newspapers have to go online, adapted their business model to the digital environment. We have streaming that completely changed the competition between television and film industry, as well as how we perceive and select and find online content or audiovisual content. And we have social media that blurred the distinction between producers and consumers. Media companies are still the ones who produce content and to provide content, to deliver content, but also each of us, we are all doing it as well. Also, some of the key companies in the media industry exist because of technological innovation. Netflix, Amazon, Apple, just to name a few. With technology being such a core in the media industry and technology changing so fast, the media industry is very receptive to disruption in its core, how it does business. In strategic management, we have the term dynamic capabilities. So there is evidence that those companies who change over time, who are able to adapt to the changing environment, are those companies who succeed over time. If you look at the media companies, some of the key companies that we know today have undergone tremendous change. If you remember Netflix, for instance, it used to be just a rent service where you could have a subscription and DVDs were sent to you by mail. Now it's a streaming online company. Some of the companies have seen this as a change, as a chance for an opportunity to grow. Also, if you think about like a national newspaper, might have some of them, they're very successful examples out there that have moved to become online companies, online giants. One of the biggest example international is the New York Times, which was used to be just a new national newspaper, is now a global online giant. But there are also other companies who've not been successful, who've not have changed and adapted to changing technology. One of the key names that is always referred to in this context is Kodak. I don't know if you remember Kodak from photography. Kodak didn't think digital photography was going to be a thing. The same as Blockbusters. Blockbusters was a video online, video store where people went and rented their DVDs and videos. They didn't think streaming was going to be a big thing. So we don't hear about Blockbusters anymore. So it is in the industry, especially in the industry, there's a saying, disrupt or get disrupted before you run out of the business. So one of the new, change now, the artificial intelligence is seen as a new paradigm, new technology that will potentially disrupt the media business, how it operates. But artificial intelligence is actually nothing so new to the media business. Some of the companies I already referred to, Netflix, YouTube, Facebook, they all are successful because they already have been using for very long artificial intelligence. In their case, it's especially content recommendation. YouTube has every minute, there are 500 hours of videos that are uploaded. We do need recommendation there, what to watch. So it's not, but artificial intelligence, it's not the only thing that's underlying the media or that's impacting the media companies, media industry. Let's look at the media industry value chain and look at all these different stages of the value chain and already existing, but also potential artificial intelligence applications. So curation is the first stage. This is where content ideas are developed. Artificial intelligence can scan everything that has been produced already, can scan those that have produced and also understand patterns of what has been successful and what not, giving that knowledge for new production and new ideas based on what is already out there. Artificial intelligence can also move something that already exists to the future. And Jane Austen is a novel. Her last novel from 1817 was never finished by her, but it was artificial intelligence that finished the last chapter. Production. Here, artificial intelligence is basically efficiency in the work process of production. It is editing, where artificial intelligence, for instance, enables the editing of videos where you just basically click and move things away. Artificial intelligence can detect or can potentially detect in the video what should not be in the video. Remember the Starbuck mug in, what was the film? In the Lord of the Rings, the Starbuck mugs would have been easily detected and removed by artificial intelligence, but it wasn't. Artificial intelligence also helps in casting, could potentially help in casting. You have a potential candidate for a role, you can scan everything that, all the recordings, all the videos that are out there of him or her, and then see how this person performs. Is that something that's suitable? That is she or her, are they capable of the new role? Virtual production is a key thing. Virtual production is a new thing in the media and film production. So you can produce anywhere in a studio and produce something where the actors or the plot basically takes place in somewhere else. Virtual production also enables you to sit there and see it on the screen in real life, in time, to see how it will look on the big screen. Distribution. Distribution is basically, it's what I said, content recommendation, that based on our past behavior, based on our data we leave, we get content recommended. Also distribution, artificial intelligence and distribution is the reason, but that we don't really have buffering when streaming, because it uses artificial intelligence to efficiently screen the videos. Monetization. Content, media companies monetize content, data, access to audiences, and engagement with audiences. So in terms of monetization, what's really key in artificial intelligence is that it's segmenting. It can segment customers or audience groups, but it cannot just do this like not only within segments or of groups of audiences, but actually go down to the level of individuals. It can also detect, for instance, who is very much engaged on social media with a newspaper, with a news outlet. These people might be more receptive to advertising for subscription, for instance. So as you can see, in all of these 4 stages of the media industry value chain, there are applications possible in terms of artificial intelligence. They can help to find new and better maybe ideas for content. They can make production more efficient. Also, production time can be very much reduced to the artificial intelligence. Distribution can be more targeted, and so it can also lead to greater monetization, which then leads to sustainability of media organizations. Financial sustainability is a key for media organizations to exist. But there is a fear that jobs become obsolete, obviously, because I pointed out some of the applications that are and could potentially be there. And some of the roles and tasks might be replacing, some of the artificial intelligence application might be replacing individual tasks of this value chain by people. The fear that jobs become obsolete through artificial intelligence in the media industry, we all heard last year in the autumn that in Hollywood went on strike. It was the very first time when both the actors as well as the scriptwriters went on strike because they feared that their jobs in Hollywood were going to be obsolete. The result here, or the negotiation, ended in that they were granted that artificial intelligence will stay a tool for creatives to use, and it will not be misused by CEOs, big companies of CEOs of big companies who will use these artificial intelligence applications to replace creative people. So, and now here to my main argument. So the human will stay important, very much important in the media industry, for the media industry to function and to fulfill its role in society, as it's so important. For that, the knowledge about the industry and the media will be very important, especially for students who want to enter into media. I'll give you a few examples. To identify and seize opportunities, one needs to know the industry. So with the technological developments in the industry, there also obviously come opportunities for startups, opportunities for new ideas. You cannot understand and grasp the meaning of these opportunities if you don't know how the industry works. So industry knowledge is very important. AI can elevate creativity when used as a collaborator with the human. The key word here is actually collaborator. Creativity is a central thing that we humans do. And AI can be creative, but there are limitations to its creativity. The key limitations are that artificial intelligence uses data, and data is always history. So it identifies patterns of what has worked to create new things. But with human together, you can actually then go beyond that and think outside of the box. AI doesn't think outside of the box. So it's basically the interaction between human and AI that can elevate the creativity. Human gut feeling and common sense remain important. An example is The Queen's Gambit, the television series maybe some of you have seen. There was no data predicting that this was going to be a success. It's a series about a female chess player. AI wouldn't have told you that this is something that you need to produce, but it is a huge success internationally. So the media business, as a culture business, has a way of surprising, and this is within the limits. The AI is too limited for these decisions, creative content decisions. In order to provide instructions to AI in the production process, in editing, for instance, you must actually have a clear idea of what needs to be instructed. You must have the vocabulary. You must understand the work process of production. If you want to tell if you're producing a film and you want to change a scene, you want to change the lighting of the scene, or you want to make the scene look more warm and welcoming, you need to know, you need to trust your creativity that this is what you need to do, but then for this you need to be aware. You need to have the vocabulary, but you also need to be aware of your creativity in that process and that this creativity matters. AI can only assist you and will do what you want it to do. And then key, AI-related issues can only be identified and solved with knowledge about the industry and the media and the AI. AI brings a lot of opportunities, but it has also a lot of risk in the media industry. Two of these risks are, one is copyright. If there's a song being produced by AI, like in the Harry Styles style, based on all what's out there behind Harry Styles, who owns that new song? Who has a right to ownership? The second issue is deep fake misinformation. We all know that artificial intelligence can create pictures, can manipulate pictures that are not based on reality. But AI can also be used to identify exactly those misinformation and manipulated pictures. If you think about the picture just published by Princess Kate, AI probably identified that this cannot be a real picture. So the university's role in that, and especially as I'm coming from BFM, I'm looking at, we are educating, we are mentoring students who work already in the media, but also who are interested in entering the workforce in the media. So what is really important? We need to create and share knowledge about the potential benefits and risks associated with AI. But also we need to establish the prerequisites that AI does not only enable, but empowers our students. And for this, we need to make sure that they trust in their own creativity, that they apply their own creativity, and also that they have the knowledge about how the industry works. Thank you.
Thank you, Ulrike. Any questions? I have one. Last Eesti Express published an article how AI is used to create deep fakes to manipulate with the electorate. And there has been cases in several countries this year or recently. And actually there are elections in almost half of the world this year, and this became a very serious problem. But in the very same material, there was also expressed a hope that these deepfakes compromises so much social media, because they are used mainly in social media, that people will come and becoming trust more the mainstream media. Again, now a lot of them left the mainstream media. Do you believe that?
Well, I would hope so, but I have strong doubts. Because for this, there needs to be awareness that these deepfakes exist and what is a deepfake and what's not a deepfake. So I think the key word here is media literacy, that we all know that we cannot trust anymore everything that we see on the picture and on the video. And it would be great if we could say that people thinking social media is full of misinformation and manipulated pictures and deepfake, and they move to the mainstream media. But I think we cannot trust that. We cannot hope on this. I think so. I think the responsibility here lies within the platform, the social media platform, because they can also use AI to identify these deepfakes in that case. So I think it's a bit too easy to say, well, people will just move away. It's taking the platforms out of their responsibility.
Okay, thank you.